Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video, and you joined me exactly where we left off in the last video, and that is the railway station, the passenger railway station that is, in Carnforth. In the last video I went about extending or expanding a number of railway stations across the map. The reason for that is because I want to start running proper express services and proper stopping services, and at the moment it is not possible to do that because, well, there just appears to be pretty much two-track railways everywhere, and the trains are stopping at almost every station. That is going to change very, very soon. In this video I'm going to be continuing with what I started, and the plan in this video is to start connecting up these platforms to the railway network, moving trains onto these new platforms, moving passengers onto these new platforms at Carnforth, Macclesfield. Probably will leave Ely for now. West Mersey will potentially be left alone for now as well, but certainly Carnforth, Macclesfield, Downham Market and Croydon. So those are the four stations that need to be worked on. There is really nothing more to say. I suppose I better get started and not waste any more time. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started. Let's start connecting these stations up so that we can run express services. Okay, this should be fairly simple, I would think. The first thing I really need to do is figure out where to take the 4-track from on this side. And of course speeds are going to be increasing, so every track that I now lay is going to be an 80-mile-per-hour track. But I'm just trying to work out exactly where to increase the track from. Now, really, I'm thinking about here. So that becomes 4-track going in. I think this is a reasonable spot to increase the track from. But for now, I'm just going to push it slightly further up and do it just about here. Now I know that I'm going to have some problems there, so going to demolish this little bit of farmland or border, and I'm going to place some new borders just there, like so, and then continue with the track as it needs to be. So 4-track across here up to here, and then really it just needs to, maybe after that, just continue on straight just like that, and then just copy and do the exact same thing up to there. So that is the new 4-track system completed, and really I suppose it needs to, well, until it's in action. No, I was going to say until it is in operation, I will keep it fairly reasonable with the foliage. Just leave the foliage there and just say, well, we're working on it. But no, realistically they would push the foliage back so that you could work on it. So that is that bit done. Good. This probably all needs to be pulled back. This may be pulled back a little further. I shall have to see. Just want to make sure that this bit is okay. What I would realistically want to do is push this to that end line and then have the... In fact, I could potentially try to do that Yes, this needs to be definitely pushed back. What I will do is I will actually give it a bit more of a sharp edge along there, and then I was going to say and then smooth it in, but that does not really work. That may work a little better, although I suppose this may work better still. No, not that. Yes, this may work better still if I get this angle correct. So if I get this angle pushed in correctly, may end up with, there we go. That is all right. And then we go back to this, and I said realistically that is the kind of track, the kind of junction that I would want, but I may want it to be, actually I'm going to break this again because I want it to be coming through the turn. That is realistically, that is how I want it to be going. So it comes through the turn and then just swoops over like so. That is the kind of junction I want to see. Right. Okay, so that is now in. Now I can go ahead and create the... Oops, not that. Not quite like that. Now I can go ahead and do this. Oh, that still does not look right. I'll just do that. That still does not look right. That looks better. Great. So that is that section done. Now you may be wondering, well, hang on a minute, why is it looking... In fact, should I put it on the outside or the inside? No. The platforms are on the... Well, I suppose the platforms are anywhere, but it doesn't really matter, does it? As long as I can do this to it, which I will be able to if I do this properly. Why is that 63 miles per hour? You should be able to hit 80 right there. There we go. So the train would come around the corner, and if it was to go on that track, it keeps turning a little bit further. If not, it would go the other way. That is pretty much how I want that. And then for the other one, this is just going to be what we're going to be looking at here is that track goes there, that track goes there. So this track would be, that's about 80 peeling in like that. And that would be the tracks, the new junction. Which I guess I could just put that in there right now. So that is a new potential junction on this side. Great. And now to do the same on the opposite side. Again, I think the length of this platform is okay. So 160 meters. So each section is 40 meters. So 160 meters is okay for the platform length, I would say. And again, straight up to 80 miles per hour. And I need to work out where this needs to come from. Well, I've got this bit open, which I never managed to properly do. So what I should do is, I suppose, connect up the 80. Now, do I want it before or after that crossing? So if I do it before the crossing, that gives it a reasonable distance. I think, but I think after the crossing maybe a little bit more viable. Potentially. So we'll do that. I'll break that back. Continue this straight through. And then this is where it could get a little bit more difficult. So that will go along there. Now there is this little turn here, the kink in the track. We are not going to follow that. We have to move away from that kink in the track and open up like so. That actually was not anywhere near as difficult as I thought it would be. And then do exactly the same here. Obviously a whole heap of buildings are going to be removed, but I think I can fit a few buildings in there that I want to fit. So there we go. That is that now completed. Excellent. And if we have a look at this, it goes back this way, goes back along here. That is all fine. And again, I need to, oh, maybe it should be before the crossing. How far are we? How far was this? Hang on, just a quick measurement. About that much. 549 meters. Same sort of thing here. Okay, yes, we are roughly okay. I say that if it's 549 meters, and realistically that is only 2 train lengths that it is opening up on. 2 of the large trains. So you'd have one there, and it already goes back down. I suppose I'll have to see. I will have to see. Just going to push this back a little so that from here I have that option of opening up the... Again, it is going to be a matter of how does this turn open up compared to how I would want it to, because obviously I would want it to be opening up quite smoothly, and I think that may not happen. Actually, I suppose I can make it happen from here, but not at the speed I am after. There has to be a way, surely. That's at what speed? 72 miles per hour. Okay. It looks like I am going to have to go right the way back over here to do this. So we've got this curve. Can I just open it from here? That brings it almost all the way to Bracknell. In which case it may just be a wise idea to just 4-track that entire area. Now I need to try to not 4-track everything just yet. That is 80. So I could do this. I could do that. And then that is 74. Because that is quite a smooth... Yes, that one is quite smooth. I could... Well, Why is that saying construction not... Okay, it's this. It does not like this crossing in the slightest. So let's just get rid of that crossing, because that was an experiment. .76 miles per hour. Then why does it not like it? Because of the other one. Again, 76. I'll tell you what I could do though. I could actually start moving trains across. So trains coming in can now come in on this platform because they are able to. Yes, I'm going to do that. In order for me to be able to do this properly, I'm going to do that. So, and the idea here is I could just pause this and redo everything, but I want to do things in a way that makes them look, makes it seem a little bit more realistic. So that is why I'm doing it this way. So back to Carnforth. Platform 3. Exactly same for you. Platform 3. And that actually makes it possible for me to start breaking this. Although, I think leaving that might be a better idea. I genuinely think leaving that will be a better idea. So I shall. There we go. And once this train is over, and then this one I am going to change. The way this whole thing connects, I will change this. So now that that train is through, I can demolish this behind it. I say demolish it. What I am going to do is, of course, build one of these right through. It says 79 miles per hour as opposed to 80. Why? Why is that? And that's 76 miles per hour. Surely we can get the 80 here. There it is. There is the 80. Okay. That is that bit done. And now we can go ahead and do the whole... Still cannot do it. Why? Why are you not happy with this particular setup? Now, I'm trying to figure out what could potentially be wrong with this. It just does not seem to like this. If I push this back just a bit more, just to see how far I can push. There's an 80. Take it. I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever as to what was going on there. And there we go. That is that bit. And realistically, I said, as if we did want to keep this connected, could always do this and have a 40 mile per hour crossover here. Back over. Excellent. So we now have the option of not having express trains stopping at Carnforth. Speaking of express trains stopping at Carnforth, there is one. So I will not yet stop the express train, but I am going to change a few things around. So you stop there. On the way back, take platform 4 now. And you, when you stop, I want you to, for now, take platform... Okay, just stay on platform 1. There we go. I have no idea why you did not like that. There we go. I suppose it just got a little confused. And I also think we need to have some signals just here. Do we not? Do we have just distance signals? No. I do want to put these on though, just because they kind of look nice. Just have one of them there. If only they worked. If only they worked. So, oh no, that is the wrong place to have them. This signal should be on this side, not here. See, that just, it does not really work the way it's supposed to. So that signal is fine there, and then I suppose there is going to be another signal just here. And there is a signal there that will probably end up swapping out. I think that sort of works for now. Yes, that does sort of work. Okay, excellent. So that is one station done minus some detailing. I kind of want to place some... I did say I wanted to place some housing, didn't I? Let me see what I can do. Oh, this is not big enough even for this sort of housing. That would back directly onto the railway. No, yeah, that does not work. Oh, that is unfortunate. Well, could I? Could I have these that backed directly onto the railways? It is possible, and then I just put a wall there. So, for example, just like that. This one isn't going to stay, by the way. There we go. So just like that, and then have a wall. Obviously, this is all incorrectly oriented. It's possible. It's possible. I will have to have a look at that and see what I can do, because this side does look quite good. Put some trees there, and it will be excellent. In fact, I could even put a little road there and have a few more houses just here in this little block, or I could have a little siding. That would be cool. Just put a little siding there for trains to stop. I'm getting distracted once again. I am going to, however, fix this bit. The bit that I was supposed to fix a long time ago, I am now going to fix. I have off camera been working on the farms on the south side of the map. They are still not fully completed. I'll show you in a moment. But they are better, a lot better, and certainly nearing completion. That bit is now done. You can be broken, and you go out like that. I've also downloaded Grimm's Overcast mod. You may have seen that in the last video and this video. So if you're wondering why this Transport Fever 2, why it looks a little different, that may be the reason visually. I think it gives it quite. Oh, I think it gives it quite a realistic look. Personally, the tone mapping that Grimm uses. Apparently, they use it for all the screenshots. So I can see certainly why they do such a thing. Yes, this is working nicely now. This is going to have to change. This bit here will end up changing, but overall this is all working really quite nicely. If I just go ahead and pause this a moment, pause this, clean this little bit up here, and then in all honesty, we have got ourselves a reasonable thumbnail, potentially. So this has all obviously changed from what it was. In fact, this was one of the first railways I laid. This bit here from Bracknell, so it went from here, came down along there, along through there, and then over towards Maxfield. And I remember taking a screenshot just here. I have an old screenshot of this without the trees. So yes, definitely going back a little. So that is that station done. That actually took a really long time. So this could be more work than I had initially envisaged. The road depot needs to now move, so I'm going to go ahead and do the move for that. And where should I move the road depot to? I think the road depot could move down to potentially this back road here. I think we should move the road depot over. Do I want to do that, or should I move it somewhere further? Actually, why don't I just move it a little further up here? That is probably a good option. There we go. I'll do that and demolish that road depot. Rename this one to Macclesfield Road Depot. Excellent. Remove that. And as I said, this is going to be a little bit more work, because I need to not only add the extra platforms, I need to actually rework the train line, and I think I'm going to have to rework this area too. So definitely going to have to figure that out. This is, again, all I need is the 160 meters, no more than that. So like so, that is all I really need. I think that is a suitable amount to have. This is going to have to be demolished, but I may have no option but to pause the game for this one. However, before I do that, I'm going to break back all of this and start by tracks, figuring out how to smoothly get a track up to there at 80 miles per hour. There we go. And to be fair, that is rather smooth. Excellent. It has roughly the same profile as the other one. Not exactly the same profile, but roughly the same profile. So I will take that. That was actually quite an easy one to do. Just thinking whether it is worth me doing it from there, or should I have done it from further back. So, for example, just after the bridge. This is obviously a little bit more of a distance. I think maybe I should do it from. Let me try it from about here. I'm hoping that it can handle the 80. It cannot. Ooh, that could be a problem. Why is that 75? That surely it can be faster than that. Okay, I will have to go through some of these and see. So let me just start here, and I will break this bit and do that. That is probably better. And from here, there's the 80. Because that is getting a little bit close to the station, I will be honest. That is actually quite close to the station. So for the split to be just here, and then going into the station, I suppose that it will have to do. Trains should not be that close to each other that this becomes a problem. And realistically, as I said, this is going to... Oh no, that's it. It's because of the bridge, isn't it? It's causing problems. Realistically, that is what I wanted to do. Which is not even 70 miles per hour. Let me bring that to 70. Let me just put that to 70 for now. I'm sure I can make an adjustment to make that 70 work. And I'm just going to put the sign up already with 80. I need to get the old... I need to either get the old signs or make the old signs for this. And then I suppose we could just say it's 70 across the bridge all the way. That would probably be the smart thing to do or say. And this bit is kind of all okay. Naturally, I would say that this... Okay, I know what I can do. I can have this split like this and have it turn in here, and that means that there is only a single split into the two that goes there. This one will turn in a little sharper and have another split on this side. Okay, I think I know what I can do here. This will keep some speed for me. Can I bring this up to 80? No, not 8. 80, please. No. So I'll probably do the same thing and have this at 70 in this area, and mark it down for 70 right here, and then go back to the 80 and build this right along here. I'm hoping this works the way I want it to. And this bit will peel out like that. Right, yes. That works. So this bit does this, remove that bit there, and instead you want to connect this up like that. That is correct. This bit will end up being destroyed. This bit will end up turning in. So this one will, at this point here, will turn in here. There we go. And that becomes the new track. It does work. Not brilliantly, but it does work. You can even put a little line of trees between here. I think it would look quite good. Terrain, let's just smooth out the terrain here. There you go. Just a little bit of smoothing. All the way up. I can always smooth this bit down a little later, but the important part is to smooth all of this. There we go. Now the question is, would some trees look nice in the middle of this? I think they would. I actually think some trees would look quite splendid. So let's pick some oak trees. Trees, please. There we go. So just some oak trees in the middle. And actually a smartly placed line of oak trees is what I want. No randomness to this whatsoever. This is placed with careful precision. It is an interesting approach, I will say that. Now, realistically, of course, what you would be having would be younger oak trees here, but unfortunately that is not quite possible. I like this change to the mod where you can now, with Build Anyway, you can just click right and it will do it. It does make things so much easier when you need to do that. For example, say there. There we go. Just a neat line of oak trees. That works really well. And on top of that, let's add some... Which grass was it? It's this one. Let's add some of this with the shift key, as I now know. Oh, I have to be very careful about this though. The reason being is that the shift key will override the ballast on the track. So I have to be extremely careful about what I'm about to do. There we go. It just gives it that extra depth. So I'll be very careful and do one side and then the other, just to ensure that I do not mess up the texture on the rails, which is very possible. There we go, and then just here I can just do this. That's a bit is okay. It's just under the trees that I need to use the shift key. Oh, and the autosave has come in at a terrible moment. So I've only managed to do 2 stations, it seems, and certainly that is all I shall be doing for this video once I've got to complete the other side of Macclesfield. Haven't even done that yet. And then I will go ahead and do Croydon down the market, which should be much easier than these two. The reason being is that these two are very early stations, and obviously there was no forward planning on my part with regards to doing anything with them. So due to the lack of forward planning, there were just problems. That we've had some problems, surprisingly, and it is definitely a surprise that Carnforth was easier than I thought it would be to sort out. But I guess I managed to do enough there when I was building it, or leave enough space as not to have any real trouble with Carnforth. I'm just popping this in here just for the sake of it, because I think the darker grass works a lot better in these areas. There we go. I'll probably put the top grass all the way up to here. Mix it in a little. And even pop in a little bit over here and here. There we go. See, the dark grass works a lot better with the trees as well. Occasionally I guess I can mix in a few other patterns, but there we go. That probably works a lot nicer than what we had. So I'll go ahead and finish this off, and the other side of course, as I said, the other side of Macclesfield. This will probably end up being the screenshot for new approaches, or whatever I'm going to call this. But this is now the difficult bit. What I can do... Can I do that? No, I cannot. I could, if I wanted to, just pop that over. I think just simply because I want to save time, I will pause this and actually do this properly. The way you would do it as if you were just playing normal Transports Fever 2 without trying to do things in a realistic sense. And I will go ahead and do the 80 mph tracks. Now, of course, I will have to go through every station at some point and make sure that every track is upgraded to 80 mph. But that can happen later on. And where's the 80 mph track there? There it is. Will you accept the 80? You will. Excellent. Will you accept the 80? You will. Again, excellent. And then I have to worry about this side. Well, actually, this one is not too difficult, because if I were to start about here, how much does that give me to the station? That is probably a good enough option. So what I shall do is go up to about there and then into the station. Oh, and that could work really well, because if I demolish this and try and move, I'll just move that a long one. I was going to try and give it a gap, but I'm not sure that gap is going to work the way I want it to, unfortunately. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then There's an 80 mile per hour connection. What I do here? Yes, I know you're going to complain about this, but do not worry. Complaints will be dealt with very shortly. That one will go there. And then finally, this one will... how am I going to do this one? Do I just peel this one in? Like that? I suppose. There we go. Not exactly the same all the way around. Let me try something. There we go. This will work even better. Yes, this will work much better than this one. It just looks much more realistic. Excellent. And then of course we have the whole issue because the track cannot go across, but what I can do is, if I really wanted to, I could create one of these high-speed crossovers. I say a high-speed crossover, let's do a 40 mile per hour crossover, should it be needed. There you go. There's a 40 mile per hour. Whoops. There's a... why are you not happy? Okay. Apparently in the opposite direction it's perfectly fine. There's your 40 mile per hour crossover. For now, I will go ahead and do some erasing of assets along the edge of the railway line here. Just a little bit. Push these back just a little. There we go. That is looking okay all the way along. Excellent. Next, what I need to do is put some signalling in. In fact, I can probably continue with this. I'll put some signalling in just here. So I'm going to have the... should we have it go through centre platforms? Yeah, we'll have them go through centre platforms this time. But I will do that and that and that and that. This is all going to have to change. There we go. That. And then if this is going through the centre platform, we are going to have signals here. Or we will have a signal just here. And that will enable that train to go through at high speed. We have approach signals here for that one, which is okay. We probably will need approach signals here. So I'll go ahead and put an approach signal here for this one. This signal will disappear in a bit. And then we've got this bit. So once again, do that. I will probably have the speeds down to 70 for all of this. In fact, if I could make it... no, let me do 70. Let's just make this bridge 70 full stop. I think that is our better option. Yes, the bridge will be 70. Okay. So with those bits done, now what I can do is... actually, I still need to do some configuration of this station, King's Cross. There it is. And the configuration I need to do is... was it that one? Was it this? It was this one, wasn't it? No, it's... Which one is it? It is this one. So I will do that. And that. And that. So that's where we have those. I need to put some benches, I suppose, across quite a few of these areas. There we go. Benches across there. And do we have some canopies? There we go. I think that will have to do for now. Right. Next up, I will move the Macclesfield one. So wait, start with this and say you are that is fine. Then on the way back, platform 4, and for you on the way back, platform 3, and on the way there, platform 2. As I said, we are going to have it passing through very quickly, or very soon. But for now, I think that is reasonable, somewhat reasonable anyway. That also looks okay there. Actually, give it some gates. There we go. Good. I'm just wondering if there's a way to extend these all the way up to the platform. I suppose that would work. Let me try that. I'm just going to try that. I know I have a fence mod. There it is. That's a brick wall. Fences. These are different fences. Wait, these are all very different fences. I had no idea I had these. This is the one I want, right? No, that isn't. Where could these fences be? I've seen them. Do they go under roads? I'm sure I've seen these sorts of fences. These are... No, these are not right. Fence. Here's some. What kind are you? No. Keep searching for fence. Could you be suitable? Sort of. You're not quite the same. You are close. But that is not... It isn't close enough. And none of those would do. This is just garden fencing. This would have been ideal had it been... No, that is too modern actually. These are way too modern. That's crash barrier. Armco. Right. Oh, more fencing. Hello. No. I know it didn't look right, but it was worth a try. Wait a minute. I did not know that I could do this without placing roads. Why did I not know that? Well, I will probably come back to the whole fencing issue. Yes, I will probably come back to the whole fencing issue. Ah, look, this is working. These are stopping at the right stops. Excellent. Should I put the 80 mark on this? No, they know that this is 80. So these are all stopping correctly. I will have to go around changing the speed limits, as I said, but for now we're in a fairly good position. Can I get a decent screenshot before to end this video is the question. And the answer to that is possibly. Maybe if I go up to 85 mil. Oh, this is giving me potential. Right, I cannot have a screenshot with this tree. There we go. Sorry, that tree had to go. So does that one. There, back to this. Unless I did a screenshot from this side. Yes, this could work. I just have to wait for a train. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'll start it. I'll have it playing and set up the screenshot, so I'm not waiting all too long. But this would very much give me what I'm looking for, I think. If I do that, so you can see the station. Actually, if I did it this way, that could work. May even zoom in further. That does work, I think. Just wait for a train to come in. Or does it work? I have no idea, but whilst I am doing this, I will start working on the outro. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on There's Another Palm Tree. Go away, palm trees. Sorry, the palm trees are really ruining the entire experience. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. Actually, that's S-Bend. That probably looks the best. There are some shadowing issues. I think the shadowing is that new offset or that new shader. Not quite ideal. In some ways good, in some ways not so good. I just want to get a really good shot of this though. Yes, so if you can do so, as I said, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. Also, you can find my links to my social media and Discord server in the description box, so do go check those out as well. And I would say that is all from me, and I shall see you next time in Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series, where, come on train, there are 2 more stations that I need to expand, but I think this is actually going decently well. So yes, I'm not entirely displeased with this, and once this is done, we shall be heading into the 20th century, and in the 20th century there shall be a lot more building, unification of railways, and loads of freight. And I'm sorry, I really have to. Why is there a palm tree here again? It is just very annoying. Yes, as I was saying, unification of railways, loads more stations, loads more lines, loads more freight. There's plenty to come, so make sure you stay tuned for all of that. And you know what? I think it isn't worth me waiting for waiting for another train. I'm just going to take the screenshot and end the video, so I shall see you next time in Tron Sports Fever 2, the UK modded series.